All right, the perfect is the enemy of the good. I'm going to talk through my open mic board with a loop from the neck pickup of my archtop that I recorded on a Pigtronics. Here we go. So that's my, actually that's not even my bare naked tone. Let's turn off the Iridium. All right, and then let's turn everything on for the contrast. So this is how I usually play. Let's talk through all those pedals. We start by going to the tuner, and then the volume, and then the SP comp. And then we go from the SP comp into Get the Name of the Dog, which is an overdrive, Fairfield Circuitry Shallow Water, which is random modulation, Old Blood Bathing, which is, I think of it as a delay computer. And then from that chain we go into the limiter, because bathing is too loud, and then from the limiter we go into the reverb. So this lets me, so far I haven't found a reverb that won't clip from gain pedals in front of it, so I mostly use the limiter for turning the level down before we go to the reverb, but it's also awfully nice to get that hard limit sound. This thing is a sleeper hit. And then we go into the Iridium. I usually keep the drive pretty low, and I'm using I believe that is a Fender Twin IR from York Audio. So let's look at first couple of pedals. From synthesizers, I just feel naked without a compressor. So I usually keep this guy on the mid setting with the blend a little bit low and getting a little gain from it already. So Get the Name of the Dog, Baltimore Sonic Research Institute. Those guys are right next door. I have a soft spot for him. But it provides that lovely edge of breakup tone that's really all I'm ever looking for in open mics. I don't want to melt face at a beautiful open mic. And it cleans up really well. So with the volume pedal, I can sound pretty clean. Up to some good grit. And it'll go a lot grittier, but I never do. Shallow Water is such a secret weapon. With that slow modulation, I have it set fairly deep, but pretty slow, with not too much damping, so it's almost like hitting a tremolo like this on the pitch, and so it just keeps things a little uneasy. Works great with delay. It also does a little tone shaping. So to me, off, it sounds sterile. It almost sounds like it has reverb, but it doesn't yet. The low pass gate adds some tonal dynamics to the playing. The gate opens up when there's higher amplitudes and it closes down when there's lower amplitudes. So it's kind of shaping a very gentle filter as you play. Then we've got bathing. And I usually keep it with a pretty subtle, almost a fuzzed out slapback. Bathing can get crazy. This is a slider that I keep patched to the filter, so by default I have it set pretty dark, and to the wet volume by default I have it set pretty low. If I crank that guy, turn up the feedback, add some stages, play with the time, all of a sudden we're in outer space. It'll even do ring mod type sounds. So this thing is insane. I usually drastically underutilize it. But it lets me dial in whatever I have in my head it could do. So bathing. Then we go in the limiter. And that just rectangles the dynamics a little bit and then lets me turn down in front of the reverb. So let's A/B him a bit. Let's turn off some effects and just listen to the limiter. And he can get pretty crazy too. Now we are super bricked. Very clicky on those transients. Finally, reverberation machine. He actually shapes the tone quite a bit, does a little bit of gain staging, a little bit of lo-fi tone squishing. And he can also get pretty crazy. That's the board.